Hello.
How are you?
I am very, 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 very tired.
Yay!
Oh,
wow!
hi, Claire.
Wow! Lovely to see you. And hello to everybody. Welcome to Gogglefrogs Knit and Natter. Absolutely lovely to see you. This is our Wednesday evening at 8. So hopefully you've got some knitting or crochet with you. You've got a pattern if you need your pattern. And you've got a glass set of something that you would like. It's 8 p.m. GMT. And that is a G and T at 8 o'clock GMT at Greenwich Mean Time. So
Claire's got wine. I unfortunately am on Ribena because I've got to get up early tomorrow.
Because you're working tomorrow. So just join us with your tea, your coffee, your water, whatever in your time zone. It could be 8 a.m. in the morning. Who knows? But welcome. We are now.
What's up, Claire? Hang on. What's up, Claire? We can't hear you.
Yay!
There we go.
I can hear you, then you can hear me. Right, it's British summertime.
Oh, British summertime. Right, okay.
Yeah. BST.
I didn't want to confuse people over time zones.
Oh, that's why oh, right, okay, yeah. Sometimes when I go over to Belgium, it's 1 hour, and sometimes it's 2
that's
hours.
What happens with us in the summer.
Yes.
We go from GMT in the winter to British summertime in the summer.
Thank you so much. So,
sorry, I'm a nerd.
So it's well, Bacardi and tonic wouldn't work, but never mind. Anyway, welcome. Are we now about to go on to week 19 tomorrow?
So this is episode 95.
95?
90.
No, 90. Episode 90.
Last Wednesday was 85.
Yeah.
Week 19.
So we set this up so that we still had a knit and natter because we were going into lockdown worldwide. And 19 weeks later, we are still going and making new friends who will be lifelong knit and natter friends forever. So cheers here to you. And I'm Angela. And these are my wonderful co-presenters, Claire and Robert.
Hello.
So I'll hand over to you to do a little bit of chatting, because if not, I'll chat for 3 hours.
Right, shall we do some hellos? Let's see who we have this evening. So we have Tracy. Hi, Tracy.
Hello.
We have Rebecca. Hi, Rebecca. We have Marion and Marion. Hi, Marion. We have Lindy. Hi, Lindy.
Hello.
And Linda and Linda. Hi, Lindas.
Hello. Hello.
We have Judy. Hi, Judy.
Hello.
We have Helen. Hi, Helen.
Hello.
We have Grace. Hi, Grace.
Hello.
We have Dawn. Hi, Dawn.
Hello.
And we have Brigitte. Hi, Brigitte.
Hello.
So just for the purposes of replay, folks, there is a chat box on the right-hand side of the screen, which we will read out through the evening so that you get to see what's being said in the comments. And we will chat, we will drink, we will have some music, we will show the Facebook page, so Gogglefrogs Knit and Natter, and today's theme is Work in Progress Wednesday. So if you haven't posted pictures already, please do show us what you're up to, and we'll show everybody in about half an hour, 40 minutes time, depending on how the evening goes. Claire, how's your week been?
Busy. I finished the term on Friday, so I spent most of the weekend asleep, which was fairly normal. And it's just been jobs around the home the past few days. So it's my husband's birthday at the weekend. So we have a cabin in the woods booked for 3 nights. So we should be heading out to that on Friday.
Oh, that will be
Very
lovely.
nice.
Have a lovely
Thank you.
weekend. I know that you will.
Yes, we're really looking forward to it.
Fab. Right, I'm going to pick this up and start doing a little bit more because I think I've got another 3 inches to knit before it gets to arm shaping time.
What are you working on, Claire?
This evening I have patchwork, but that's because it's immediately in front of me on my desk. I have been crocheting for most of the afternoon downstairs, but it's made my wrist ache. So I have changed crafts for this evening, but I was rather overdoing it a bit, I think. So I'm changing it about. How about you?
Cool. Well, I've still got the shawl, which I will get out in a minute. But I need to go and find a fan because I'm incredibly hot.
It's got a bit warm this evening, isn't it?
Yeah. Right, so I'm going to go to musical interlude if that's okay. We are. Hang on. What did I want to say? I was trying to find music for this evening about 40 minutes ago and was struggling. And then all of a sudden this popped up and I thought, oh, there's a blast from the past, but a version that I hadn't heard before. So, ladies, if you could pop yourself on mute.
Yeah.
Here we go. There we go. I hope you enjoyed that.
Jolly good.
If only every gas station looked like that with those old-fashioned pumps. Love them. Thank you.
That's okay. You're welcome.
Jolly good.
I just remembered where I've seen that car before. In Mannequin, the window dresser had a pink Cadillac that he used to cover up every time he parks it.
Fair enough.
I'm getting a spoil.
You're what, sorry?
I said, I'm getting a spoil every time I talk. But never mind. I don't remember Mannequin. I know I've seen it. That is a film I've actually seen for once in my life, but I can't remember that. I can't remember the detail on it. So I will take your word for it.
Yes, very good.
I love the music, the theme song to that as well, although it escapes me at the moment.
Off the top of my head, I can't remember what it was. But you've got your phone out. You can have a look.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Sorry, I'm just messaging Rebecca.
Talking about music, I heard a blast from the past today There's an amazing radio station. Can I remember what it's called? No, the name will come to me at some point. And Wang Chung was on dance hall days. I know. It's rather. I thought, oh, when's Political going to come on as well? It didn't quite, but yeah, a little bit of Wang Chung was quite amazing. So I really enjoyed that. What's it called? I can't remember what the radio station is called, but it's really, really good. It's there's no repeats on it, and there's no talking either. So I love it.
Brilliant.
Really, really good. So I will mention it at some
No,
point.
please do.
Possibly. Well, I've just been in the car for hours. I don't know what it is.
Is it a digital channel? So I know Absolute 80s has a no repeat guarantee.
Yeah, that one does, and that's next to it. I think it's an app channel. So it's not a digital channel. They've got an app. I'll try and find out. It's really, really good. They have some incredible. They play ELO and stuff like that. They play Wang Chung. They play Pretty Polity. They play Through the Barricades and Belfast Child by Simple. All of those amazing 80s things. So really, really good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And it was Nothing's Going to Stop Us Now
There
by
we
Starship.
go. That's the one. Very good.
Oh, that gin and tonic's going down really, really well.
Oh, good.
Look, how have your week been?
Our week's been lovely, hasn't it, Angela?
Frantic, but brilliant. Yes. So, yes, it's been really, really good.
Let's start with Claire. We did a socially distant Gogglefrogs in my back garden yesterday, and it was just to be able to do one together after 86 episodes of being apart.
I know.
Nice.
It was.
Yeah, that was
It
nice.
was so weird because we kept looking. Robert was over there. I was sat here, and we kept looking at each other rather than looking at the screen because we're both on our independent laptops. So it's quite amusing, really, really amusing. But it was good. Kofi came and sat out in the garden, and then got a little bit too hot. Robert got burnt. Robert said to me, had I got burnt? Because I look a little bit red. And I said, I think I may have done. Most of my makeup's worn off now, and you can see the pink. Yeah.
The bald spot on the back of my head is really, really itchy.
Yeah, I was sat in a garden one of these afternoons. I think it was Tuesday afternoon, and it was on me. It was on that side. I was wearing a t-shirt top, and I got a bit pink on that side because that must have been the shoulder that was poking out from underneath the parasol I was sat under. And for the first time this year, a bit of me got pink. Good Lord.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, well, we don't have a garden, you see, which isn't usually a problem because I'm not usually here at weekends any other year. So that's part of the reason why we've got a house with no garden, so we don't have to look after it. It's just this year, it's kind of been missed. So I took up a kind invitation of sitting in somebody else's for a while, which was quite lovely. So,
but yeah. Well, do you know what? I'd love to know if anybody else has been bitten by a critter, because I have got a mosquito bite.
I had a bite similar to that about a week or two ago. Yeah.
You normally go to a different country for these things, these
Not
itchy
anymore.
things. I know, it's really quite strange. So do let us know if you've been bitten by something. But hopefully I've taken the top off enough times that most of the itchy stuff's gone.
Yeah.
So never mind.
Anyway, shall we do a few comments while we are interactive? Okay. Ooh, scroll. Hello. Lindy, good evening. Hope everyone is happily crafting a drink and able to knit crochet sew for the next hour. I'm doing my best, Lindy. How are you? Okay. Hi, everyone. Brigitte got a sundowner. Dawn says, good evening. I'm on lemon barley water, feel dehydrated. Yeah, very sensible. Talking about our time zone, Brigitte says, no more, Angela. We are always an hour behind on the continent as they change clocks at the same time as we do.
That is very good of them.
Yeah, there was a while ago we changed clocks on a very random weekend, but now we have the same fixed weekend in autumn and spring, and we fixed it the same weekend as Europe, so we are generally an hour ahead.
Thankfully, it did fox times.
Hi all, soft drink sewing machine is whizzing tonight. Brilliant, well done. If I had mine on, you wouldn't be able to hear me. So, evening. Hi. Rebecca says, I used to work pumping and selling petrol as a teenager. Oh, well done. And Tracy says, Angela, I thought I had a crack on my phone. I thought I had a crack on my phone then and kept wiping it, then realised it was your knitting needle sticking up and made it look like a line on my screen.
Do it again.
Very good. Brigitte says, I don't like sitting in the sun for long. I have the wrong skin. Me too. I'm afraid I am so damn British. My skin colour is either red, white or blue, depending on which season it is. Yes, I am naturally a shade of pale blue.
Oh.
Tracy says, apparently there are horseflies about more than ever this year, so be careful. I think it's because we've had such mild seasons. Certainly the winter hasn't killed anything off. Lindy says, I have to be really careful when I'm sitting outdoors because I can get bitten by the only gnat or mosquito around for miles. And I itch for days even with the best soothing creams. Yeah, I mean, it must have been a day that we had the windows open, or a night we had the windows open because I was bitten overnight. Rebecca says, I will pass on what my doctor told me years ago. Try taking vitamin B complex. It really does make a difference. And the misery of being bitten by everything and anything. We will bear that in mind. Maybe a bit vitamin Bs make you quite so tasty. Who knows? Okay. Anne says, evening, phone rang at 8, just as I was about to join. So, hello, Anne, welcome in. And Linda says, I haven't been bitten, but my grandson got bitten on his cheek. Oh, my word. He looked like he'd gone 10 rounds with Mike Tyson. He also had a couple of nights in hospital, and he's only 3. Look at the poor sausage. That must be a horrible experience. At least when you're old enough to
naughty.
Yeah. If you're old enough to kind of appreciate what it is, then you kind of whine about it and then get on with your life. But when you're only 3,
it's not nice, is
it? Marion says, Rebecca, it doesn't work for me. Marmite is also meant to help, as it contains lots of vitamin B. Well, I'm sure some people are just naturally tasty to bitey things, and I am probably one of them because I do take B vitamins for other reasons. So we'll see. Linda says, Linda, that's so miserable for your grandson. Yes, it must be. And Rebecca says, ooh, can't bear Marmite. Well, despite the marketing campaign, believe it or not, I'm actually quite indifferent to Marmite. But it was a very good marketing campaign. I did like it. Oh. Yeah. Good. So, Friday was my last day in my last job.
Oh, of course you moved jobs, haven't you? And how did it feel?
Happy, sad, tiring, panicky, anxious, relieved. I don't know. There's probably a few I've missed there. There is always a massive paperwork downhill slope towards the end of term, because that is a fixed point. You've got to get everything done. Okay. But this is also a fixed point where I've got to get everything done in such a way that I can hand it over to somebody else. And then kind of panic about whether what I've done is suitable to hand over to somebody else. So, yeah, the last couple of weeks have been fairly frantic for exactly that reason. And also, we are having a school term that's unlike any other school term. So, yeah, it's not been fun, but I'm glad it's over. So, but yes, I managed to see some of my colleagues before I left, because of course most of them I haven't seen for 4 months.
Oh, of course.
So, so I went in on Thursday to effectively take my stuff from my classroom. Went in on Friday to go and hand back my laptop and my class and say the last good morning. So, Lindy kindly says, conscientious people like you, Claire, always worry about handovers. I'm sure your planning, etc., would have been immaculate. Well, I hope so. I like to think that I've done what I could. And to be honest, I've given somebody else a better handover than I have ever had. So, I you know, it still kind of makes you a little bit alarmed as to whether you've done a good enough job. But yeah, I'm not sure I could have done much better, but I hope so. But I have been replaced. They do have a new teacher replacing me in September, who is vastly well qualified and will be absolutely fine. So I kind of feel a bit better about that. So
That is
there we
brilliant.
go. So it's all been a bit stressful and fractious, and so I have heard from my new team and my new boss a few times already, and that's been really nice. But so yeah, it's going to be a bit of a downhill run till September, and then I started new school. So it's quite exciting. So,
oh, you're going to be brilliant. You're going to be brilliant in the new school. They're going to love you. And you're going to love that shorter commute. Yes, my new shorter commute. And different classes, and they finish half an hour earlier in the day and things like that. So yeah, it'll all be fine. It'll all be absolutely fine. But yeah, I wasn't kidding when actually Friday night I went to bed early and slept for 13 hours. So yeah, that happens. Yeah. But now you can chill. I am chilling, and I am doing house jobs and all of those little niggly things that I've been meaning to do for quite a while, but I've not really had the time or the inclination. This is your time. Yes. This is absolutely a few weeks. Time. I get to enjoy the lockdown that other people have had now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, that's so good. Cool. So I'm just trying to make sure that I don't have the frog in this episode. Okay. Hello, Tricia.
Hi, Tricia.
No sooner said than done. Excuse me while I frog.
Oh dear.
No, it's fine. It's only half surprise. Right. That's because I was too interested in your story, Claire. No. You know me, with a glass of wine, I can rabbit on about anything. So. I know, we all can. Oh, right, I'm just going to frog. Right, well, Rebecca says, Robert, you look like you're about to start a flamenco.
I am boiling.
Tricia has just finished a Central Leeds meeting. Well, it's lovely to see you. Well done.
Yay, welcome, hello.
Brigitte claims to have had a bit of a funny turn this morning. After the Farmer Giles stint in clearing the kitchen, she cleaned out the dining room area, window and door. Come and do mine. Oh, okay. So well done, Brigitte. I hope you had a good sit down after that. I wonder what came over you.
Brigitte doesn't do housework unless she really, really has to.
Sorry?
Brigitte doesn't do housework unless she really, really has to.
Oh, I admire her even more now.
So,
Right.
would people like to see what I came home to today?
Oh, yes, please. Let's show people. Let's show people what's here.
What?
Two big boxes.
What's in the box? We have what's in the boxes. So there we go. That's for Saturday.
Oh,
I know.
yes, of
I know.
course.
It's been a very manic week, hasn't it? But a very enjoyable manic week.
Who's supplying the supplies? Or shall
Who's what?
I said,
Sorry,
who was supplying the supplies, or shall we find out at the weekend?
you'll find
That
out.
will
At
be
the end.
revealed on Saturday. Oh, so it's yes, it's all very exciting. It's all when you actually realise what you have to do to get an order.
Yeah.
You don't just order it; you have to set up accounts, and then there's 3-day delays in delivery and stuff like that.
I was with Angela when we got the call yesterday to say, "Oh, I'm really sorry. There's a 3-day lead time for picking," and we both looked at each other and went, "No."
But it's all fine. They moved everything and did what should have taken 8 days and did it in less than 24 hours.
It was amazing.
Because they wanted to help us out. It was just like, oh my word, we're so happy. We're so happy. Yeah, really good. We're really excited. I have not been able to do a squish test. Okay. I have no idea what the squishiness is on any of these, but we've just had a little session before this where Robert's done the squish test and he was cooing over what we've got. So yeah, so it's really good.
How exciting.
I know.
And even stuff that I wasn't sure about, I am now really, really sure about. So yeah.
Yeah. So it was. So it's been really interesting. Saying, "Oh yeah, we'll have all of this," and then finding out that several of them aren't live yet. We had to change our decisions, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Like on Monday night, Tuesday morning, and it was just like, okay, let's do this. And actually, I think we're happier with what we've got than what we were going to get. So yeah. So we're really excited.
These things.
But Robert could now bathe in wool. If he decided, he could fill the bath with just balls of wool and bathe in it.
So she doesn't know what came over her. She hopes it doesn't happen too often. That's about cleaning. Rebecca says, ooh. Brigitte says, looks intriguing. Linda says, wool in capital letters with 2 exclamation marks. Okay. Tricia says, glad the delivery turned up as anticipated. Lindy says, look at those large boxes. Can't wait for the revealing. Brigitte says, how much have you taken out for yourselves already, or could you resist? So we, none of it is for us. No, none of it is for us. It's for all our dedicated Gogglefroggers. Marion says, check the bank balance today. I can spend a little bit. However, the question is, in view of all the boxes I have, should I? Absolutely.
Well, you could always hide some stuff in my car, right? This is what I've done before. I've done it with shoes, right? Is you hide them either in your car or in your office. And then when you finally bring it home, you can legitimately say, this old thing, oh, I've had it for ages. That's how it's done.
That is so true. When you said that, Claire, I turned around, I nearly fell off my chair because I've done it so often myself. So do use that. Oh, the other place where you can hide it, which is where I hid it, was a great hiding place, was in my husband's boot. I hid a big box of wool and also lots of extra alcohol as well, until he was going to the tip one day and I'd totally forgotten that I'd stored it there. So he suddenly asked, what is all this? It was a 4-letter word, but it wasn't wool that he used in my car. But never mind. It's next to all of his football programs now.
Well,
so
so Linda says there's a calendar pick right there, Robert. I'm not sure what was the calendar pick.
There
we go.
I don't know.
Rebecca says, what time is it on Saturday? I have an invitation to something that starts about 3/4 of an hour after Gogglefrogs, all the usual times. I wonder whether to say yes and arrive late, or if Gogglefrogs is going down longer, to say no thanks to the other invitation. Right, so Saturday, we will start Gogglefrogs at 10:30. We will do kind of normal introductions, music, a little bit of chat, and then we will start showing you what we have from then, and we will go until we've shown you everything. So we're anticipating 12:15-ish, because then what we want to do is to be able to press the button for the website, you buy it, and we get it in the post to you that afternoon. So you should get it Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah,
that's the plan anyway.
Yeah, and we have just to let you know as well, we have just had the conversation and we've made a bit of a decision that we think some of this may sell out. So we're going to take advanced orders as well. So if it does actually go out of stock, we're just going to let it sell because we can get the stuff quickly again. And we will then ship out. So if it's a couple of days later, but for some of this stuff, you're not going to be able to find it anywhere on the internet, anywhere. So that's how new it is. And it is really, really exciting. And I mentioned a little snippet to my reflexologist, and even she said, "Woo!" over it. So it was like, so yeah, it's going to be really exciting. I love one of the things that we've got. It's just so brilliant. So yeah, actually, I love lots of it. There's nothing that I was disappointed with. Everything was nicer than it looked online.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love it. I love it.
So Marion says, thank you, Claire. Helen says, and it worked. Oh, Linda says there's the calendar pick, me in a bath of wool.
You stripping, you're doing your strip tease and getting in the bath with the wool.
Rebecca says, I think this work in progress is cursed. I had to spend Tuesday morning frogging it. Now I've just realised that one of the pieces I have already completed is wrong and too short. Blast it all. Oh, sorry, Rebecca. Lindy says, at Rebecca, that is just so frustrating. Some pieces just don't want to be finished, do they?
I know.
And Linda says, a Gogglefrogs calendar a la WI. No.
I tell you what, it's brought a different picture into my mind, and I am going to say this out loud. Be prepared for it, but it brings a whole new meaning to those big balls of Aaron, doesn't it? And what you can do.
I was just thinking.
So you need the big bonus Aaron things. Oh, that's so funny. Sorry. No, it's just I need to stop the gin. Oh
dear. Marion says, got the builder starting tomorrow, is supposedly making more room for my stash.
Yeah. That's
You
what
can
Phil
put it on
was
Saturday
for.
then. You're going to put it. You can say, Richard, you know that lovely new space that they've just made for me? I've already filled it.
Yep.
There you go.
It works perfectly. It's hidden everything.
Linda says to the other Linda, exactly. Brigitte says, "What? We don't want to scare the world."
I know.
I don't think we mean pictures of you guys in this calendar. I think the Lindas are insinuating it should be us.
Or you, Robert, because it won't be me.
No way.
There's a song that's been on a lot for the band day, the whole feed the world. We could scare the world if we did that calendar. So, sorry, that's a bit of a chuckle. Sorry.
And thanks for that earworm now. I've got that song stuck in my head. Thanks. Rebecca says, Angela, wash your mouth out with gin.
Happy to.
Brigitte says, no, if you were to do it, we would all have to do it. Don't think the world is ready.
Well, that's good of you to say so.
Yeah. Back to wall. Back to wall.
Right, okay, back to all. So we shall go.
So funny.
Move to Facebook.
And I've been in the car all day, so I haven't been able to see anything yet.
Well, I had a quick upload just as we started, so yeah.
Oh, did you?
Rebecca, work in progress here.
Rebecca?
With the worst bits come the ends. I need to get it into tomorrow's post.
Wow.
So this is Rebecca's square for our legacy blanket that we're still putting together.
That's
So
unbelievable.
it's lovely. I really like that. That's gorgeous.
Absolutely amazing.
Claire says, work in progress as I have yet to put the border on. That's her crochet square blanket in the monochrome colours. That looks lovely.
It is beautiful.
So effective.
I only kept some of the bedding in the photo so it didn't look like a black and white photo.
Yeah. Well, I have to say, the what I really like about this is the squares, with the centres catch them and they make the crosses. It looks like the sun or moonlight is reflecting on it. It looks really good.
I am so pleased with it.
Stunning.
Marion, interesting video which I had emailed to me by a friend, and it's the process of making a cat with wool felt.
That is so realistic. It's freaky.
Yeah.
And she's so naughty, and I said Marion is so naughty because now there is another craft I have to start. So it's amazing. I'm gonna have a go. Oh!
Sandra's posted a picture of, I'm assuming it's her dog in 2D needle felting. And then, folks, Helen's posted very disappointing pictures of what was ordered and what was delivered. Now, this is very, very disappointing. This is a company that we talk about an awful lot. Have you seen this, Angela?
I have. I put a comment in. I can't believe that. The difference in those colours, one of the colours is not in there.
No, exactly. So this is Expression Fibre Arts.
That's maybe they've picked up the wrong yarn and sent that out. That's absolutely fine, but there's photoshopping and there's
sound. It's not good, is it?
No, that is disappointing.
Yeah. I mean, she did say it feels lovely. That's brilliant. There may have been a mistake with the actual shades. Let's hope. But the one thing that I would say is she did say that she got a response back very quickly to say did she want to exchange it or a full refund. So that's good. Because people normally say about her stuff it's fabulous. So I'm not too sure what's happened, but very disappointing.
Yeah. So Dawn has posted work in progress Wednesday, spot the deliberate mistake to balance up the actual mistake. And I'm so pleased that what we talked about when we talked about it last week, you went ahead and did it, because I think that makes it look really good.
It does. And a pair of zings being used as well.
Sorry?
I said a pair of zings being used, the same colour as mine.
Yeah. Tricia says cardigan, fronts and back on the blocking board. Decided to have regular stocking stitch rather than reverse stocking stitch on the right side of the garment. Will 3-needle bind off the shoulders and sew up the seams to get ready for the arms. So this is the same cardigan that Angela's making, just in a different colourway.
And done a lot quicker than mine.
Yeah, you've been travelling a lot though, Angela.
I know, but I love the colours on that. And I do absolutely love the fact that you've continued with the ball and you haven't matched. Yeah. I think it just makes it look so much better. Yeah. The colours are just amazing. And the fact that you've got all the different colour blocks, it's lovely. Love that.
Marion, workday scarf in the DK muddy olive that my hairdresser gave me, all knitted up ready for his mum. Looks better actually knitted up. Wow, you did that really quick.
And it's true, that colour yarn does look better knitted up than it did in a ball. It was a bit grim. But yes, it's a lovely item.
Brigitte, work in progress of today. Another granddaughter is going to have a birthday soon, so stitched a card and design is being created. There we go. I'm guessing that's a nice cream Sunday.
That's beautiful.
It is, isn't it? It's lovely. Jean, work in progress Wednesday, jumper for a 12-year-old police charity yarn from Sheringham Hall. Ooh.
Love that colour. I love green.
Definitely. Trisha's posted a lovely video of a dancing cat. Me trying to learn dance tutorials online, and then Trisha's added, especially after a gin or two. I love this. This cat is just amazing.
I haven't watched it.
We shall catch up with it in a bit.
Yes. Deborah, not knitting related, but I've just finished this little sketch of the lighthouse at the Flamborough Head where we are today. Oh, lovely.
Isn't that amazing?
Judy, refuse. This is a project from another group. The swan is knitted from homespun recycled plastic bottle fleece. Felted water is polluted with rubbish. It's a sort of environmental warning, and the title is a play on the word refuse.
Oh,
well done. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it's got such impact, hasn't it? Thank you.
Deborah says she can't join us this evening. She's playing Trivial
Pursuit
with friends. Have fun. Hope you win.
Yeah. Have a lovely evening.
Dawn says just spotted this new podcast by Erica Knight.
Nice work. Thank you, Dawn.
Deborah saw this on another group. Love it. Casting on means you believe in tomorrow and probably next year too.
Yeah.
Then we've got the Froggles from yesterday and stitching, so I think we're all caught up.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, folks.
Brilliant. Well, Saturday, I'm away, but depending on how good the Wi-Fi is, I shall try and join as a viewer, and hope to be here for at least some of it. But it depends on how good the Wi-Fi is. That I'm afraid I don't know. But now I've seen the seen the boxes, I'm quite excited.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it's well, it's something new to do. We will see.
It'll be.
We're hoping it's going to work.
Sorry.
Worst case, if it doesn't work, we've just gained another 150 odd balls between us.
Is it 150 odd, or is it nearly 200?
I don't count, to be honest.
I have no idea. Do you know what? It's a lot more than that because our initial order was over that.
Yeah.
That's why it's 2 boxes and not 1.
It'll be fine. It'll be fab. You will be amazing, and people will go nuts for it. It'll be absolutely fine, and it'll be a lot of fun.
And if you want to invite your woolly friends, then please do, because obviously, as we're selling, we're kind of not allowed to advertise on most of the pages that we would normally put Gogglefrogs on. But please invite them yourselves if you want to. Right, so let's catch up on chat. Linda, I think that is, says, no, Lindy, says gentle reprise from the laughter with the website postings. And then beautiful square, Rebecca. Brigitte says that monochrome blanket looks amazing. Looks like you've got all the squares laying in the same direction. Yeah, I think it looks brilliant.
I didn't know about the squares being in the same direction until Brigitte mentioned it some time ago. That you leave your ends out so the squares are lying the same way, and I was like, I didn't know that, and I hadn't thought of that, and I didn't realise that was an issue. So since Brigitte mentioned it, I have actually been really trying very hard to put squares in the same way.
Lindy says that mistake looks like such a nice design feature on Dawn's shawl. Trisha says I was going to do the matchy, but having seen the pic of the sample you saw in the spotted sheep, I decided to go with the flow.
What was that?
Trisha says that she was going to follow the pattern and do matching, but after seeing the one that we showed from the spotted sheep, she liked it the way it was as well. So that's why she did it.
Yeah, I love theirs as well.
Lindy says the repetition is subtle but really effective. Lindy says I really liked the cat's expression on that little video. My husband reckoned it danced far better than he ever could.
I've really got to watch it after this.
Brigitte says Deborah's drawing looks fabulous. Can only draw a breath and a line.
I could just about draw the curtains.
Rebecca says, okay, well, I shall let the Leicester and Rutland folks know. Thank you very much. And Brigitte says the stitches catch the light at the same spots, then on the squares.
Thank you.
Which is why I made it the same way. So, yes, all very well and good. So, and Rebecca, thank you for the prompt. I've just gone in and changed the time for Saturday session.
Oh,
so
really?
Thank you.
And Rebecca says, I have had to really go back and look very carefully to spot the design feature. It looks lovely. Trisha says, if other folk want to join on Saturday, how will they join? Point them in the direction of the Facebook page and we'll repost all the joint links.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
well behind me. So rather than say, right, I shall stand up. See, if ever we were going to do a calendar, mine would be like this.
I love that.
So that's it. So yes, I want to put a border on it, a plain black one. But once it was joined together, because it's so big, I just wanted to take a proper look at it. So that's why I laid it out, took some photos. So there you go. I'm very pleased. It does what I planned for it to do when I set out to do it. So
yeah, it is absolutely stunning. And I never knew. I rather, there's a lot of things that get said that you don't necessarily pick up and I had not picked up what Brigitte said, but I have now after seeing yours. So thank you. And I think that's what I love about this, that we all pick up little hints and tips from other people and by looking at other people's work. So that's brilliant.
Well, the thought of trying to make them lie the same way, it wouldn't have occurred to me. It wouldn't have occurred to me at all.
It wouldn't have to me.
Particularly if they were all nearly more or less identical, apart from, you know, you do them in a clockwise manner. But yeah, no, it wouldn't have occurred to me unless Brigitte said it. So thank you very much.
Yeah.
But it's nice because we usually go so nuts for colour that actually it's interesting to have a project where you're concentrating on tone rather than colour. So it kind of exercises your, well, artistic chops a little bit. So I was very pleased with that. But yes, a black border is going on. I have some yarn left over to do it with. I have several balls of that. And one, you know, over the summer, well, not the hot days, obviously, but I shall sit and crochet a border onto it. But I thought, well, it's all together.
And
you might as well have a look.
I just think it's amazing that you did do that with different shades of grey and black, because when you look at photos, when you look at the black and white, the sepia tones, I always think that they've got so much, they're more dramatic, and a lot of the time they've got more impact as well. And I absolutely love all those tones in your blanket.
Thank you. Yes, I'm so pleased that it really worked out. I mean, it was just an idea that I was talking about with my husband who paints. So he knows a bit of colour theory himself. So it was just a bit of idea I was chucking about, and we went with it. So I'm so pleased it actually worked.
Yeah, which it does.
Cool.
I have had a thought about a calendar. And I did think that it would actually be nice, and it just popped into my head when you were showing your blanket. It would be really nice to do something with work that's been completed during lockdown and taking images and making it very like, okay, we're going to have an exhibition at the end of all of this, but it would be lovely to have a lasting memento and try and take, we couldn't do everything that's been done, but for those dramatic ones, the standout ones, the unusual things, maybe there's a way that we could create something, but we would have to look at costs, covering costs, things like that. But so who knows? Let me know if it's an idea that you would like. But we've got some great things there, so I think there is some. I think there's a way that we could do something. We'd have to know how many people would want. They might be quite nice gifts for people, Christmas presents, things like that. But it would be quite nice to do something. And they only have to be little pictures. We might be able to put quite a lot on the page, but there's 12 months, there's a front and a back. So let me know your thoughts. So we'll see.
Jolly good.
Books that you can make a Facebook photo. So maybe not calendar, make it maybe a book. But I'll find my little book. Evil plans and stuff, you know the one. It's going in there as an idea. If I can find a blinking pen.
I've just had a thought, Angela. If it was something we wanted to do, we could use our normal supplier for the merchandise.
We could.
Because they do them.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's all right. Brigitte says one of her daughters gives us a calendar with the kiddies' photos on. A lot of companies do them, so it's doable. It's just a case of finding a way that's doable for. It's balancing cost and quantity. So yeah, there's a lot of companies that do that sort of thing nowadays. It's just making it viable. And would you want photos of anybody else's lockdown work? Who knows? That's part of the thing. So yeah, if it appeals, then you're going to have to let us know.
I'm so hot.
Snap.
Little,
It is getting hot. I'll open this window now. I couldn't open it earlier because there's somebody working out in the road. So, oh no, it's nearly time out again.
It is.
Oh no.
Right then.
So, yeah, we will have a look at that idea. That's not going to be for now, though. That's going to be in a couple of months' time. Because so much that we're working on at the moment for stuff that we've already sort of committed to, been asked for. Yeah, but lots of ideas. It's what we want as a community and what will be valuable to us. And it's capturing what we've created during these unprecedented times that will not happen for another 100 years, because they happen every 100 years, don't they, these pandemics? It was 1920, 1820, and I think 1720, and now we've got 2020 ish. Was it? I don't know.
A bit more often than that. Yeah.
Oh, is it? All right. Okay.
The dates were fudged for a meme.
Oh,
yeah, the Spanish flu had 5 waves.
Did it? Oh.
We're only in wave 1 at the moment, Claire.
Yeah, but we're a lot better at it now than we were 100 years ago.
Yeah. Get on that surfboard. Ride that wave. So no, we will see what happens. They're totally unprecedented times. It is hitting all of us personally. We all know. I'm not mocking it. I've had it. My father's had it. He's been very ill afterwards with it. So when I say some of these jokes, we have all gone through an awful lot of this blinking pandemic.
Smile. What can you do?
Exactly, but we can, it would be nice to capture what we've all created, or a lot of what we've created for posterity. But that's towards the end of this, so it's something that we can treasure and pass down, possibly. Look, that's my work in there. That's what I created as part of that. So, yeah, let's have a think about that. But it's now, oh my God, we're a minute over. It's 21:01. So lovely to spend the evening with you again. I'll now go and enjoy the rest of my gin. Thank you very much. Robert, you've got an early start tomorrow. Again, thank you so much.
That's okay. And I will see you on Saturday. Claire, have a good weekend.
Yeah. Have a lovely weekend and enjoy this time, which is all about you.
Thank you.
Okay, lovely to see you. See you again tomorrow. I'm back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Yeah, and I will see you then. Okay, take care. Bye. See ya.